folks, welcome to In the Loop. We're here this morning to discuss the 15th annual Bernard L. Edwards Memorial Golf Tournament, which is coming up on May 7th of 2018. I'm joined this morning by four guests, in fact, but we're going to kick it off here with Evan Hall, co-owner of Hall Funeral Home and Schneider-Hall Funeral Home, as well as Joe Freeman, CEO of Quality Care Nursing Services Incorporated. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So let's start off first here with your involvement with the tournament. We have a lot of things to talk about today, but let's start with the background on the tournament. How did you become involved with the Bernard L. Edwards tournament?
Well, the way I got involved, I knew Bernard. Bernard was a big promoter of Ohio University, and he used to come and ask me for money all the time. And I wasn't getting anything in return. So then I thought, well, they had this golf tournament, and they called some people in the community that they knew golfed in tournaments, and we all got together and created a little committee and had this golf tournament. And we have it at Guyane, which is a private course, and people don't get to play there very often. But I decided that would be a great way to give to Ohio University and have some fun while you're doing it.
Mm-hmm. And Evan?
Bernard and I were friends for many, many years, and he and I actually would play golf together quite a bit. He loved to play at Forest Hills, and he and I would just randomly meet up there quite a bit here in Chesapeake. And he was a champion for Ohio University and was very instrumental in myself actually attending Ohio University. So whenever Bernard actually passed away, Stephanie Bertram, who runs the Proctorville Center, she and I were at the funeral dinner, and we kind of brainstormed at that point that we needed to do something to honor Bernard. And if you knew Bernard Edwards, he loved his family and his community and the school, but he really genuinely loved to play golf. So that we felt that would be a very fitting way to honor him, as well as to continue to network and reach out to the community for Ohio University.
Nice. And I've even heard that through his passion and zeal and love of golf, that it even led to a contribution.
Exactly.
Can somebody share some information on that? Let's talk about it.
Yeah, I'm very aware of that. The property that the school sits on in Proctorville was donated by the Marshall Smith family, and it was over a round of golf that Bernard was able to convince the Smith family and Marshall in particular to donate the property. And there's going to be a large flagpole be erected this year in honor of Marshall. He just passed away last year, and the proceeds from the tournament this year will benefit the park, which is there at the actual facility itself. And Bernard, he had ways to convince you to do things. He basically came to me when I was in high school and said, "You're going to Ohio University Southern," and I said, "Okay." So he had that kind of influence.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you mentioned just then that this year part of the proceeds are going to the flagpole being erected around the park and campus there. What are some of the other ways this tournament, we're in our 15th year, so over the course of the past 14 years, what are some of the ways that the proceeds have benefited Proctorville and the OU community up there?
I think a great way that it's benefited is in scholarships, endowed scholarships that they've been able to provide to the students from the tournament. And then other things that they've been able to do is, the park, the new park up at the Proctorville Center, which is enjoyed greatly by the community. So community involvement, the proceeds from the tournament have helped that and have helped the students. Oh, another thing I'd like to say is to Bernard and the family of Bernard, and to Marshall Smith and the family of Marshall Smith, it's thank you, because look what your contribution and what your gift has done for the community.
That's wonderful. So do you guys golf yourselves?
We do.
Yeah.
We, I think Joe and I think it's we've played in it every year since its inception. And the nice thing about this tournament is it's the first tournament typically every year. It's held at Guyan, a very good course. Course is always in great shape, and we're kind of have that cabin fever, so to speak. And I rarely ever have an opportunity to play golf prior to this tournament, so I really look forward to that. And like I say, every year our family, we dust the clubs off and get ready for it.
Nice. So, as part of the event, what are some of the things you've enjoyed through the tournament experience over these many years that you've been involved?
I like the tournament. I like the gifts and the things that the tournament they have this shirt.
A shirt.
You know, everyone gets a shirt.
Oh.
And it's always an amazing shirt. Everyone looks forward to the shirt. Some people get to see it ahead of time, or get to make a choice about what shirt we're going to have, which is great. And but the shirt is a great thing. But several things they do in tournaments that other tournaments don't do. Prize holes. They have great prize holes. They have a putting competition. They have a hole-in-one, and a bunch of prize holes that you can, you stand a chance to win a considerable amount of money.
Yeah, there's a lot of tournaments you can go to, and at the end of the day, you get a thanks for playing and come back next year. But this tournament, the food's good. We have Giovanni's pizza. We have a meal afterwards, a awards banquet, and you'll go home with a door prize. And if you play a good round of golf or make a nice shot, you'll win something as well.
Very nice. So, well, gentlemen, I appreciate you coming out and talking about the tournament this morning. Is there anything else you'd like to share, either about your involvement to our viewers, or with respect to Bernard himself?
Well, I'll share on the involvement of the tournament. We have more space available. We have a space for more teams. We have space for more sponsors. As a sponsor, it's a great cause. The money goes for great things for the community. So, you'll see the website on the screen. You need to check that out and sign up a team. Come out and play with us.
So we'll be back in just a moment to speak with our additional guests this morning, discussing the Bernard L. Edwards Memorial Tournament. Welcome back. We will now continue our conversation on the Bernard L. Edwards Memorial Golf Tournament to be held on May 7th here, so real soon. Now we're joined here by Tom LeMaster, president of Giovanni's Pizza Incorporated, and Don Moore, associate professor and director of electronic media at OU Southern. He's also the tournament co-director here. So welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let's start first with you, Tom. Giovanni's is a major sponsor of the tournament. We mentioned, or one of our previous guests mentioned, the importance of the shirt. It is the thing with the tournament. So let's talk about the shirt a little bit.
Okay.
T-shirt, polo.
Well, it is a golf shirt, and one of the reasons Don had come to me years ago and wanted to know if we would like to sponsor the shirt. And of course, I have heard from different people throughout the community that has played in this tournament, and one of the things that they mentioned was one of the reasons why they played was because of the shirt. Everybody likes the shirt. It's a nice golf shirt, and I thought, what better way to get my name out to the general public, mm-hmm. and these gentlemen would probably be wearing these shirts at other events or just whenever they played golf. And so that's one of the reasons why I got involved with it.
And I understand that this is a rather uncommon thing associated with charity tournaments, having the shirt.
Yes, like your earlier guest, most golf tournaments don't provide a shirt. You might get a door prize, but there's not another tournament that I've played in that has provided a shirt for their guests.
So I'm just curious, what inspired you to become involved with this particular tournament, the Bernard Edwards charity tournament?
Well, years ago, Don had asked me to. They were getting a production trailer together, and he'd asked me to if I would help sponsor that, and of course I said yes. I graduated from OU back in the mid '80s. I've got a stepson who's graduated from OU. I've got two nephews. One's graduated from OU. One's getting ready to graduate from OU. So as you can see, I've had a lot of involvement with Ohio University. Love the school. Giovanni's is a tri-state company, and so especially with the Southern Ohio branch, we felt that needed to get involved with the community, and so he got me involved in that. And then several years later, he was looking for somebody to be the sponsor for the shirt, and that got me involved in it. And I've enjoyed it ever since. I've played in it for probably the past 7 or 8 years. It's a great tournament. Like say, we get to play at Guyane, and a lot of people don't get a chance to play at Guyane, and it's a good time.
What would you say your favorite part of your involvement has been over the time that you've been with the tournament?
Well, really my favorite part is giving back to the community, giving back to Ohio University, which in turn gave me the opportunity for an education to get me where hopefully I am today.
And we talked previously that it benefits through community park as well as facilities and so forth, but I understand there's also scholarship involved, that there have been the benefit of scholarships to local community students as a result of the tournament. So would you like to share a little bit about Giovanni's contribution through scholarships?
Yes, my father passed away 5 years ago, and in honor of him, Giovanni's gives a now $10,000 scholarship to a student from Dawson Bryant, Coal Grove, is where I live, where I grew up, went to school there. We give a $10,000 scholarship every year for I think the past 5 years to a student that is hopefully it helps them for their first 2 years of school. And I just think it's a great way to give back to the community, who in turn takes care of Giovanni's.
That's phenomenal. So Don, through the tournament as well, some of the funds that are raised also roll into scholarships?
Yeah, it's through contributions like Tom and Evan that you had on previously, and also Joe. We've been able to set up scholarships for students like in the electronic media program in honor of Bob Smith. A lot of people know Bob as a longtime broadcaster here in the tri-state. We have the Bob Smith Scholarship, Dick Martin Scholarship on the Kentucky side of the river. Dick was involved in putting together most of the radio stations here in the tri-state, getting them up and on the air. He was also mayor of Ashland at one time, but we have a scholarship in his name. Don Ray, the former general manager at WSAZ. So there's a lot of scholarships that have been put together through the proceeds of this tournament, and it's through the contributions of these gentlemen that we have here in the studio today, and I appreciate it because I see the students that it touches and helps get them through school.
Well, fantastic. So let's talk about the logistics of the tournament here. It's a golf scramble. It happens on May 7th, and we've discussed that it's at Guyane, which is more of an exclusive club. It's a really good place to golf that not many folks get into.
Right.
So the scramble, is it individual basis or teams?
It's team-based, okay? And our tournament's a little unique now. You know, y'all were talking about the shirts. We've talked a lot about the shirts. But golfers get a lot more than just shirts. They get golf balls. They get door prizes. We get a great support from the community in donating prizes. And every golfer walks away with at least 1 or 2 prizes each year. And then on the specialty holes, there's prizes. On the par threes, one of the things, one of the very first years, I think it might have been a member on Joe's team, I'm not sure, actually got a hole-in-one.
Wow.
And so they got a trip anywhere in the United States through Continental Airlines. We also have $1 million shot that you don't find at a lot of tournaments. As a matter of fact, I think we're the only one in the tri-state that's doing that. And through a putting contest, one person that wins a putting contest gets to go 165 yards out in the middle of the fairway, and they've got a shot in at number 18 of getting $1 million if they sink it. Now, of course, most of them, you get out there, and we got cameras around because we have to record it for insurance purposes, and we've got the other players lined around the hole just like it's a big tournament, and they look at me and they'll say, "Man, this is nerve-wracking." So we've had a few hit the green, but we've had several go off into the woods and things like that because of the nerves. But it's an opportunity, and it just makes our tournament a little bit unique compared to the other tournaments in the area. And Giovanni's, we got pizza. Stephanie goes around and collects. Stephanie Burcham, she's huge putting things together with this tournament. And we appreciate all of her work that goes into it. But she gets snacks. We have snacks on holes and drinks and things. So it's very well put together.
Nice.
And I think anybody that's out there that wants to get involved, I really encourage you to. Business people. We've had PNC Bank, for example. They brought in people from their Cincinnati offices to take clients here in the tri-state out on the golf course and do business on the golf course. And this is a great tournament to do it. So a lot of businesses use it as an opportunity to conduct business out on the golf course and to take some of their potential clients out and show them a good afternoon.
So it's camaraderie, networking,
yes,
a whole lot of fun.
You get fed during the tournament, and then after we have nice banquet that Stephanie puts together, a really nice meal catered there at the country club. Really nice.
Excellent. How many folks per team?
Four per team at $700 a team to play in a tournament. But like I said, you get all the benefits other than just playing golf. And also, individual can sign up if they want, and it's $175 per individual.
Great. And signing up, someone had alluded to earlier that there was online registration available. Where would they go to register for participation in the tournament?
They can contact us at the university, but the easiest way is go to Golf for OUS. It's GOLF, the letter 4, or the number 4, and OUS, and that'll .com. It'll take you right to the webpage, and they can register there.
Very good. So, gentlemen, is there anything else you'd like to talk about regarding your involvement with the tournament, or just in general about why we're here today?
Well, I would say come out, enjoy yourself, have fun, play a good round of golf. The money that takes to get into the tournament goes to a great cause. It stays in the tri-state area, and just have a good time.
And if you're a business person, and I'm going back to the business people a lot, but it is a great place to network because we have teams from Kentucky, Ohio, and West Virginia that play in the tournament. So you get to meet a lot of different people.
True tri-state opportunity.
Never rains on a golf course also, especially in the spring.
Yeah.
Right?
Great.
No, we've never had any rain on that particular Monday.
No.
And it never will.
No. Right. But we do want to invite people to come out because it is a good time, and we do appreciate sponsors. There are sponsorship opportunities available, and they can contact us through that same website and get your name out on the course or as a major sponsor as well.
Awesome. Okay. Well, gentlemen, thank you for joining us here this morning and talking about what is a fantastic cause to support our tri-state region here. For Armstrong, I'm Shane Finster. Make it a great day.